So, Nina, hello to our interview session about our pilot actions and especially your pilot action today, Growth Hacking Bootcamp.
Hello.
We will right start with the first question. What did your action consist of?
The Growth Hacking Bootcamp consisted of 5 two-day workshops in real life. Each workshop focused on a different theme and was held by 1 or 2 experts from the field. Workshop 1 was sort of an introduction into the entrepreneurial mindset. It served as a kickoff and focused on team building and setting the scene for the upcoming workshops. And then we had 4 following workshops. Workshop 2, in workshop 2, the participants worked on their vision and strategy for the company. Workshop 3 dealt with branding and communication. In workshop 4, they focused on the essentials of sales. And in workshop 5 on presentation and rhetorics. And then we had a closing for the last half a day and a joint meal to close the boot camp together.
How did you attract CCIs taking part in the bootcamp?
Yeah, first of all, we gave the bootcamp a catchy name and a design that was done by a graphic design studio. We advertised the whole program for several weeks on social media, also on our website and in print, in newspapers. And from our years of work with CCI, we knew beforehand that there is a need for such an entrepreneurial training tailored to the needs of CCI. And the amount of applications for the only 12 tickets that we had made us confident that we were hitting the nail with this offer.
Mm-hmm. And how did you contribute to the economic and social improvement of your region with this action?
The participants of our bootcamp, they were already entrepreneurs for a maximum of 5 years. This was one of the criteria to take part. And we provided a training that helped them and showed them ways on how to develop their companies further in a healthy way and also with thought. And we supported them to improve the mindset of entrepreneurs, to know what you need to be aware of when being an entrepreneur. And the training strengthened them as enterprises of CCI and therefore the CCI landscape in our region. And CCI is a growing industry, and it offers a lot of regional job opportunities, and that's also what we're contributing to. So additionally, several participants later had their own cooperation projects. So for example, there was one participant with a filming company and another one with an advertising company, and they later joined forces and had a project together. For others, the workshops were a real boost in their development. And we had also a group of participants who designed a project later with a workshop leader.
So how was the feedback of the growing creatives then after the workshop?
Yeah, we received a very warm and positive feedback, and we were especially surprised by the group dynamic and the great spirit that evolved throughout the workshop series in this group. They formed really a close peer learning group, also beyond the duration of the bootcamp, and they still keep in touch with each other. And as I said, they started their projects together, and we learned that every participant personally grew within the bootcamp, and that they were able to transfer the learned into the daily business. Of course, not everything, and of course, not every workshop is equally important and helpful for everyone, but overall, they could transfer the learned into their businesses, which we are very happy.
Cool. So, how is it possible to make such a training offer for creatives a permanent?
Yes, that was also a question we had in mind immediately. And after the first round, we decided to keep the structure of the workshop series as it is, also to work again further with the same experts, because they received also very positive feedback on their the way they led the workshops. And so with this ready program, and also with the reference to the great success in the previous year, we started negotiations with possible cooperation partners. And these were mainly business support organizations. And in the end, we could win one, and we are able to offer the same series of workshops again.
So, if others would like to implement your format, what would you recommend out of your experiences?
Yes, I have 6 recommendations actually that derive from our learnings after implementing the workshop series one time. And these are first, make sure that the workshop participants come from different segments within the CCI, and this positively influences then the peer learning effect. And secondly, make sure to enable as much real life meetings, if not the whole workshop series, as possible in order to foster the group spirit and also the group dynamics. Another important learning was to leave 2 to 4 weeks in between each workshop, because the development of the participants needs time, and also the development of thoughts, the implementation of the learned into daily business needs time, and then they have the possibility to reflect on it in the next workshop. And the time question is also important, because you have to keep in mind that the participants are entrepreneurs, and they often run their business alone, and so therefore they cannot afford to leave work more than 2 days in a row. Another recommendation is to select experienced, motivated, and inspiring workshop leaders who bring credibility in their field. The kick-off module should focus highly on team building and bonding to form such a peer learning group out of the participants, because, and that is the last recommendation, because there is a strong wish within the group of participants to connect and to form a peer learning group also beyond the duration of the course or of the program. And this can be supported with different side events, formats, for example, invitations to other events, joint meals, have a joint communication channel throughout the whole workshop series. You can be creative there, but that's something we noticed is very important for the participants, and you should support that wish.
Thank you, Nina, for your insight to your pilot action.